The Midnight Knock. I used to think the stories about haunted houses were just that, stories. Until I lived through one. A couple of years ago, I was renting this small, old house on the edge of town. It was cheap, quiet, and just far enough from everything to make it peaceful, or so I thought. From the first night, though, something felt off. I couldn't put my finger on it, but the air felt heavy, like the house was holding its breath. The first week passed without incident. But on the 8th night, something happened that I still can't fully explain. I was up late, scrolling through my phone, when I heard it, a knock at the front door. Not a loud bang, just a faint, deliberate knock. I glanced at the clock. 3:17 a.m. I remember thinking it was odd. Who knocks at that time? But, thinking it might be an emergency, I got up and approached the door. As I got closer, a chill ran down my spine. Peering through the peephole, I saw nothing. No one was there. I thought maybe it was just my imagination or maybe the wind. I shrugged it off and went back to bed. But the next night, it happened again. Same time, same faint knock. This time, I didn't open the door. I just stood there, listening, trying to rationalize what was happening. But there was nothing, no footsteps, no rustling, just silence. I started losing sleep, dreading 3:17 a.m. The knocking became more persistent, louder, like someone, or something, was desperate to be let in. I was terrified. I stopped looking through the peephole. I stopped answering the door altogether. I even tried to stay away from the house at night, but the knocks would follow me, echoing in my mind. One night, after weeks of this, I finally broke down. I screamed at whatever was outside, demanding to know what it wanted. And then, just as suddenly as it started, the knocking stopped. The silence that followed was more unsettling than the noise had ever been. I barely slept that night. When the sun finally rose, I packed my things and left. I couldn't take it anymore. A few months later, out of morbid curiosity, I looked up the house online. That's when I found out that a man had died there, alone and undiscovered for weeks. His body was found at the front door, his hand outstretched, as if he was trying to knock. Now, whenever I hear a knock at the door late at night, my blood runs cold. I can't help but wonder, what if it's him, still trying to get in?